Yahusha Ba'Shem Harakash. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahusha Ba'Shem Harakash. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahusha Ba'Shem Harakash.
Here it comes.
Oh, look, it's
Oh, wow. Check it out.
Lexi.
Peter, come here. Peter, hurry, look. Look at that, Peter. Look at that UFO. Look at that airplane. Look at Bubba in the air. Look at the sky.
Whoa.
Look at Bubba. Look at the sky. Look at it.
Wow, look at that.
Look at it.
Woo! Oh my God, that is awesome. Wow.
Wow, that's crazy looking. Dude, that is like a UFO, right?
Wow.
USA!
Railgun does not play around. On some real-life Stark Industries type shit, the railgun borders the line between fact and fiction. In an instant, the 33-pound projectile is accelerated to Mach 7 using nothing more than electricity. Now you're probably thinking, but James, why is the fucking air on fire? That's because this massive chunk of metal is literally moving so fast that the air turns into plasma. Crazy, right? These ridiculous speeds are why the railgun is so fantasized. If you're moving that fast, it doesn't matter how thick your armor is. The railgun will punch through it easier than Kyle's fists go through drywall. Unfortunately, it's still far from operational because the 33 megajoules of energy used is too much for the weapon to handle. The magnetic forces created are so strong it literally breaks apart the internals of the gun. It's probably for the best though, because
Yahweh, Mahashim, Yahushai, Mahashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and Elsewhere Millstone, and salutations to the Akhmat there pushing this word in all sincerity and honesty, the hopeful elect. Shalom. My name is Kara Allah, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Based on the two clips, it basically represents what's coming to pass in Revelation 12 and 7 when it speaks on the dragon. Now, this will be a straight to the point. So, further ado, this is Revelations 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. And the war in heaven is going into a war in the skies. Okay? Because what's basically going to happen is Yahushai, along with Michael, along with the angels, are going to come and bring war on these different nations, especially when they fight in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. All right. So it says, and there was war in heaven, right, going into the skies. That's why they have the space war programs. All right. That's why they have things like the railgun. That's why they have these fighter jets, and they're constantly advancing these weapons because they're preparing for that war. Michael and his angels, right? Michael representing the angels representing Yahushai. Michael in the Hebrew, Ma'agala, which means like the Most High. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be Yahushai. There's gonna be Michael also, and the rest of the angels fighting. If you want to call it a fight, we call it a fight because the scriptures call it a fight, but we know it's gonna be a total annihilation. But the thing is, with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, it's a man of war. So of course, the Lord's going to allow them to have different weapons and different artillery, because the Lord's going to show his power. That's why even the railgun you just read, or you saw it in the clip just now, it's not fully functional. But guess what? The Lord's going to have them make it functional. All right? Because the Lord's going to want them at their best. It says, and Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon is talking about Esau. Okay, which, you know, when you read about the beast having 7 heads and 10 horns, it's synonymous with the dragon, you know. An extension of the Roman Empire, which is America. The beast having 7 heads and 10 horns, NATO, the EU, that's the dragon. And along with these different nations, they're gonna also try to fight against Yahushua when he returns. That's why back Um, back when Ronald Reagan was president, he said if the nations were to fight any um any any alien like force or out of this world force, something like this. If they was to do something like this, then they will all come together and put the differences aside and all fight that force. Which that's going into Yahweh Shimi Yahweh Shah, man. Okay. And that's cool because that's exactly what is supposed to happen. Because the Lord's gonna show his power. It says, and the dragon fought against and the dragon fought and his angels. Right, the dragon fought and his angels. Does that mean that Esau is gonna have angels, all right, or like literal like demons fighting? No, the angels is going into the military, the women, all right, even you 2/3 Negroes, like they show in like they showed in the Independence Day. You know, you guys are gonna be fighting under the heathens military, and you're gonna be fighting Yahweh Shai. Even 2/3 gonna be fighting Yahweh Shai, and they're gonna be using those fighter jets. They're gonna be using those real guns. Okay, they're gonna be using those nukes, whatever. Okay, it says, and prevail not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. Right, and prevail not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. Meaning what? Esau's gonna be brought up out of rulership, or brought down out of rulership, you know, and it's gonna be an easy fight because when you read about that second Ezra, you know, Yahweh Shah just looked, and wherever he looked, um, he let out a blast of fire and turned everything to ashes, you know, and that's going into that to the power of those chariots. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. See that great dragon, um, the serpent, it's all synonymous with Esau, with the wicked. Okay, that old serpent going back to the Garden of Eden, and that dragon was cast out. Cast out meaning he lost. All right, he lost his rulership. He was cast out. That old serpent called the devil and Satan. Right, and that's what we call him: devil, Diablo, deceiver. All right, Satan the wicked, which deceived or adversary, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And he deceived the whole world by his false miracles, his lies, calling himself the so-called God in Jesus Christ. You know, he lost, man, and he was cast out. And that's that 1,000 years of slavery that you're gonna have to deal with after the destruction of your kingdom, okay, and then being destroyed. So, with that, Lord willing is edifying, and I want to say all praise goes to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Washim, Kakadash, double honor to the apostles, and Elizabeth Millstone, and Shalom.